Hello, 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 hello. I am so excited to be here talking about the things that we can spend wasting our time on. Hello, hello, hello. So good to be here. Thanks so much for inviting followers. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, Perry 10K. So good to have you here. Thanks so much. So, hello, Abundant Creator. Hi, Cindy. Thanks so much for joining. Hi, Timby. That was a great scope. Thanks so much. Hi, Jay. Thank you so much for inviting followers. So excited to be here. And I'm excited to be here talking about, I got a whole list, right? I'm excited to be here talking about the things that we need to stop wasting our time on, right? And to pick up where Timby left off, so Timby was talking about doubting ourselves. And one of the tools that I use that I've used to undo doubt for myself. Hello, hi, and yes, at Extreme Teen Leaders is next, so make sure you guys are following them as well. So basically, the tool that I've used to stop doubting myself basically has been to ask myself what I should do in a situation, because an old pattern of mine used to be where I would go and I'd ask everybody else what I should do. And so it's kind of like, again, looking outside of yourself for truth. But basically one of the tools that I used is I ask myself what I should do. And when I've made a good choice, when I've made the right choice, I just reinforce that, right? So I really, really take it in. So for those of you guys who are new and don't know me, my name is DeborahAcker. I should probably actually introduce myself. My name is DeborahAcker. I do all kinds of things around truth. I'm a big, big fan of truth. So that's the first thing, right? Stop doubting yourself and really take in the fact that you know what you're doing. You've got this. But speaking of truth, one of the most important things is stop lying to yourself, right? What is one thing in your life that you are not owning, that you are not, yes, Jay's going to be on Truth Talk with me. I can't wait. He's going to be on my radio show. It's so, cannot have. So, but one thing is like, where are you lying to yourself, right? Where are you not owning your desires? Where are you not owning what you came here to be in this world? Where are you not owning how you want to show up, right? Stop lying to yourself. Exactly. Own up. It's important that we own up. It's important that we, really own what we came here to be. Quick story around that. I am in the process of leaving my corporate job and made the decision to leave. So like I'm going to be leaving, which I haven't put my notice in yet, but it's coming soon. In any case, something happened that was a test, right? A test to say, is this what you really want? Are you going to really do this? And, being in truth and really owning my truth, I was like, cool, thanks for the test. I will still be making that truth, even though I had the opportunity. Hello, thanks so much for coming on. So even though I had the opportunity to maybe make some more money by staying, I'm like, no, my truth is that I came here to be doing coaching full on. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to own it. I'm not hiding from it. I'm not running from it. I'm not going to hide from it. So that's number 2, is really stop lying to yourself. The other thing too, and Jay touched on this a little bit, but stop complaining and focusing on the negative, right? We can get on the complaining train. We can get on the negative train. We're conditioned that way. I did a whole scope around our conditioning and sort of our wiring around negative. Hello, thanks so much for joining. And so really, really, and stop hanging out with negative people. So that was the part that Jay had mentioned, but, really, really important. Stop complaining, stop focusing on the negative. It can be very comfortable. It's going to be a very comfortable way for us to spend our time, but really, really, really important to, stop complaining and really start to focus on the positive. There's so many ways that we can really, really focus on the positive. Start seeing the good around you. Start seeing all the good things and start focusing on the positive. So that is number 3. So number 4, a big one, stop worrying about what others think. Guess what? Everybody is going to have an opinion about something that you are saying, right? Everyone is going to have an opinion about you in some way, right? And it can be really, really common for us to kind of get wrapped up in other people's opinions, but what other people say is about them and what we hear is about us, right? So really, really keeping in mind, like, just stop worrying about what others think and really focus on you, focus on your mission, focus on what you came here to do, focus on who you came here to be, and go forth in that direction. Hello, Torchlight for Change. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for being here. So, yeah, absolutely. Always focusing, stop worrying about what others think. We spend a lot of time doing this, right? So really, really important. Another good one is stop making excuses, right? So we get very, very conditioned. A really strong patterning can be all around making excuses, right? So we start putting out like, oh, I can't do this for this, I can't do this for this. And instead, really, really paying attention, really, really noticing, and really, yes, yeah, exactly. What others think about you is none of your business. Exactly, exactly. So we can get really, really conditioned around making excuses and instead really, really owning whatever it is that you want to do and going forth towards it, right? Taking one step each and every single day. Awesome. Taking a step each and every single day towards that, in that direction, right? And stop making excuses at all about being, going forth in that direction. And just really, really, it's really, really important. Hi, Extreme Team Leaders. Yes, Tamara's coming up next, so make sure you guys are following Extreme Team Leaders. But really, really important to really, really stop making excuses and owning our truth. And one of the big things that I wanted to mention here, yes, exactly. Extreme Team Leaders is coming up next. Marvin, thank you so much for inviting followers. So appreciate that. One of the other things I want to talk about is making lists, right? So many times making lists are effective, right? But stop making lists to avoid actually, hi Cedric, thanks so much for joining. Making lists to actually avoid doing what you want to do. I know that can be a really, really common thing that a lot of us do, right? So we make a list and then we kind of keep making lists. So we're in the never ending, yes, yeah, like we're in that never-ending cycle of just making lists, right? And it's the way that we avoid actually having to do whatever it is that we're here to do. So yes, make sure you're following Extreme Team Leaders coming up next. But hi, Tony. Thanks so much for joining. So glad to have you here. And so really, really, really important. I have a friend who was talking to me about this and was really like, is in that pattern of making a lot of lists to avoid actually taking action, right? So it's important to recognize, why are you making this list? Are you making the list to exactly do something instead of just making the list to do it? But are you in the list to kind of feel like, are you making a list, is it actually effective? Or are you making a list to kind of avoid something? And if you are making a list to avoid something, what is it that you are avoiding, right? Exactly, avoidance. So really, really important to be aware of that, to notice that. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Extreme Team Leaders is coming up next, so make sure you guys are following Tamara. She is awesome. And then, yeah, and so basically, just to kind of recap the list that I made. So isn't it ironic? So basically the list of, I think I made a list of 6 things. And one of them is stop wasting your time making lists and actually just go take massive action. Massive action is huge. But also stop complaining and focusing on the negative and hanging out with negative people. Start really focusing on, really, really focusing on the positive. Second thing is stop lying to yourself. So let's start telling ourselves the truth. If we're not going to tell ourselves the truth, we for sure aren't going to be able to, others are not going to be representing the truth to us either if we're not telling ourselves the truth. Stop doubting yourself, which Tibby had touched on as well. Stop worrying about what others think. And really just focus on your truth and what's important to you and what you need to do. Stop putting your desires off and making excuses. So stop making excuses for why you're not doing what you're doing, and again, start taking that massive action. And my last, and maybe my favorite, even though I love owning your truth, but my last and favorite is stop making lists. So I absolutely fulfill your desires. Yeah, so Extreme Teen Leaders is up next, so make sure to be following Extreme Team Leaders. They are coming up next, so let me know when you're ready, and I will head on over to Tamra. Yeah, that's on my list. That's awesome. So yeah, so somebody just let me know. Okay, go for it. It's all good. So whenever you're ready, we will just go ahead and shoot on over to you. Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, somebody just let me know when Tamara's live. But yeah, for you guys, those of you guys who are new to Perry 10K, make sure you go on, make sure you check it out, perry10k.com/join. It's an awesome collaborative community, so make sure you're checking that out. Somebody just let me know when Tamara is live. I know she said she's going live, so just let me know when she's live. But awesome. So go ahead, follow Extreme Teen Leaders, and thank you so much for watching today. I am DeborahAcker, and until next time, own your truth.